Hey everyone, this is Brian. Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video we're going to do a makeup tutorial using the one size palette. So excited to use this, not only because it looks great, if you look at that colors. Also, it's by Patrick Star, which is pretty cool because he's Filipino, he's part of the LGBTQ community, so represent, and it's amazing that he has his own makeup brand now. Since this palette has both very beautiful neutrals and pop of color, I think we're gonna do one natural look and maybe something more colorful. So we're gonna start off with using our primer. For this video, I'm gonna try to show you two different options, one drugstore and one more high-end. I like them both, so it doesn't really matter which one you use, but just for people who are just beginning to do makeup, maybe you just want to start with the drugstore because it's a big investment buying like high-end products. For primer, I usually use the e.l.f. putty primer or the Veil mineral primer from Hourglass. Little bit, I'm using the e.l.f. right now, so I'm just spread it all over. Next up, we're going to use foundation, but for today's look I'm just going to be using a tinted moisturizer, so I'm going to be using this Pixie tinted face gel. When I wear foundation, I usually wear my Hourglass as well, Hourglass, or so for a drugstore I use the Infallible Pro Matte. Other times too, I like to mix them. Would put a little bit of the foundation where I think I need the most coverage, my beard area, around the nose, and where the blemishes are. Get a little bit of the tinted gel. Use a brush and blend. You can either use a brush or a beauty blender and just do a stamping motion. Don't forget to blend in the jawline and your neck as well. Once you're done and you're happy with the way it looks, you can move on to concealer. I like to keep the texture of my skin. That's why I only use a little bit of foundation. But if you want a more flawless finish, you can use a full coverage foundation. For the concealer, I either use Fenty Beauty Pro Filter or Maybelline Instant Rewind Eraser. We'll use both of them. Grab a little bit of that Fenty. I just like to pop it in the inner corner of my eye and a little bit on the tip of my nose. I use the same brush and just blend it away. Before I set my face, I like to take cream highlight. This one I'm using the Fenty, and just highlight the highest points of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. Blend them away again. I like to use the same brush just so they blend together. A little bit of the concealer goes on the highlight and it makes it look more natural. Now it's time to set the concealer with some loose powder. You can either use Laura Mercier setting loose powder or Airspun loose powder, which I'm gonna use today because I ran out of my Laura Mercier powder where you put your concealer. A very oily face, so I like to bake this for as long as I can. With a fluffier brush, just grab a little bit, top it off, and just set the rest of your face. Now we can move on to the fun part. This is the eyeshadow. So for that, I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. So to start off with the eye, I like to use a little bit of a primer. If you don't have any eyeshadow primer, you can also use your concealer. But a little bit where you want to put your eyeshadow and then blend. So for the more natural look, we're gonna start off with this shade called Mango, right there. And just put it all over your lid. Now we're gonna grab a fluffier brush and we're gonna use the shade Book right here. And just focus that on the outer V of your eye. So you're creating a little V shape right here, going in and then up. So because this is a more natural look, we try to like round up all the edges and no any harsh lines. Oh my gosh, this eyeshadow is so pigmented. Like I barely dip my brush in there and all the colors are paying off. Look. So with a flat brush, we're gonna grab the shade Walnut Strut and just carve your eyelid like so. And so we want a little bit more color in the eye. I'm gonna grab the shade Everything and then just focus it on this part of your eye to blend the shimmery shadow to the matte one. I'm gonna grab the same shade, the Walnut Strut, and just focus it on the outer waterline, the lower waterline. And to further accentuate the eye, I'm gonna grab the shade Brownie right here and just focus on the outer aspect of my eye. I'm gonna grab the same color Book that I use on the top of my lid, just put on the lower lash line to blend those two colors together. With a fluffier brush, just gotta blend. Once you're happy with how it looks, you can move on to the brows. So I had some technical difficulties, so if the lighting and angles are a little different, it's because my battery ran out. Stop doing my makeup for a bit, but now we can continue. We can move on to the brows and the rest of the face. So for brows, I'm just gonna use my favorite brow pencil ever. It's called Browlux Precision Pencil. It's a local brand here in my city, and I love supporting local. So you just create some hair-like strokes. Just follow the natural shape of your eyebrows. You can also use a brow gel. Here I'm using Essence Make Me Brow. Up the excess powder here. Now we're gonna grab our bronzer with the fluffy brush. Gonna focus it on the sides of your face right here. I'm gonna grab a smaller brush and just contour the sides of your nose like so. Now I'm gonna grab my contour powder. For this one I'm using their Face Designer. Just contour. You wanna contour where your jawline is and just carve like where the hollows of your cheek is. Just gives more definition to the face and create more interesting angles. Now I'm gonna grab this powder right here, the lighter powder, and just focus it where I put the setting powder, just to brighten it up a bit. the fan brush, I'm gonna take this highlight and just focus it where I put the cream highlight. A very natural highlight. It's not blinding, which is what I like when I'm doing a more neutral, natural face. Now we're gonna move on to the lips. I'm gonna grab what's this one? I think it's a MAC lip liner, or you can also use NYX Professional. NYX or MAC, whichever one you have. I think I want a darker lip liner, so I grabbed the NYX one. With a light brown lipstick, you're just gonna put that in the middle. Let's finish up the look with some mascara. So I created a more natural, neutral look. So for the second look, we're still going to be using the One Size palette, but we're going to do a more glam of the nighttime look. So first off, we're going to take up all the makeup in our eye, just so we have a nice clean base. Gonna put on the concealer again. Start up with shade Suede Cream right here. To be a nighttime look, I want it to be more bold and vibrant. Next color, we're gonna go right there. Just straight up, just blue. Make sure you don't go too, because you want that little bit of brown to still show up. And grab the same brush you use for the brown and just blend out the edge. Don't use the one with the blue eyeshadow on it, or else it's just gonna blow it out. We'll do the same in the other eye. With a flat brush, we're gonna take this color right here on the inner corner of your eyes. To concentrate the blue down here, I'm gonna grab a pointed brush and just kind of stamp, just so you get the blue and you get the true color. I like to bring the blue a little bit down here, but not too much, just halfway. And grab that brown shade and just blend that blue down that lower lash line. To add a little bit more dimension to your eyes, I'm gonna take this shimmery green right here and just kind of pop it in the, like the inner corner only. A little bit at the bottom lash, because I want that blue to even stand out a little bit more. I'm gonna grab a little bit of the black and just very lightly dab it right at the end, right here. And for the eyeliner, we're also using the One Size liquid. Eyeliners are tricky. And just finish it off with your favorite mascara And then if you wear false lashes, you can put that too. Some looks, I think it really benefits false eyelashes, but I think with the dramatic eyeliner, this one will be okay with just a few coats of mascara. So that's my daytime and nighttime look using products from One Size Beauty. If you have any ideas on what videos you want me to do next, let me know down below as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!